We pulled over to eat some pizza in the river valley. Oh. And chug some chocolate milk. Tell you, with the crickets and the cool temperature, we could almost just go to sleep right here, couldn't we, boy? So I've been having some problems with this charging, and I haven't gotten really far into it yet. But in the meantime, I thought of a better way to hook up my charging system wiring. So why don't I explain that here with this piece of paper, because there's not really a lot to show you. Okay, so here's what we've got going on. This is a really nice fucking drawing for you people. Here's our alternator under the hood, obviously. Here's our bus bar, which in this case is under the dashboard. And our battery, which is on the passenger floor right here. So what we've got going on right now is, from the charging stud, we've got a 10 gauge wire going all the way to the positive of the battery. Here we go, 10 American wire gauge. And then we have a 10 gauge wire going from the positive post on the battery to the bus bar. You see the redundancy here? And what this does is it makes all, as the truck's running and the accessories are drawing current from the bus bar, it's making all the electricity run this loop to the battery, up to the bus bar, out to the accessories, whatever current comes from the alternator has to go away. So we're going to get rid of that. And what we're going to do is we're going to run a number 6 wire directly from the positive post to the bus bar, and then we're just going to have our 10 gauge wire hooking up the alternator to the bus bar. So that way the electricity doesn't need to make this giant loop. It can just keep going, you know, like this, between the alternator, you know, bus bar to ground, alternator, bus bar to ground. And the battery at that point is just a buffer in the circuit. At that point you just have a little bit of current going back and forth during discharge and overcharge situations. The battery is just, you know, like I said, a buffer. That way you're not making all the electricity go through the battery when it doesn't really have to. The other thing is, you've effectively made your charging wire way longer this way. Because, like I said, the electricity needs to eventually go here. So why would you make it go here? First, you've added this much length of wire that's just unnecessary. So let's start by disconnecting our two 10 gauge wires at the hot post. Cut the black wire, cut the black wire! Holy shit, the building didn't blow. So look at me, I just got up, I didn't even put a shirt on. So I was on the phone with my mother, and I get another incoming call. I recognize the number. It was my uncle. I guess I didn't save his number. He says, I just had someone sideswipe my dump truck and fuck up the passenger door. You don't happen to have a door for a square body Chevy, do you? Yes, I do. In my pile of junk. So I have something to do today. I told him he could have the door, just pay me to install it. I honestly don't even care. I'm just happy that something from my yard is going to go away and it's going to get used. It's not going to get tossed out. This is, seems to be working good. Since I fixed that charging wire, I fired it up, it showed 14 volts on the gauge. So maybe in addition to my wiring being redundant, it was loose. So we came over here, we took his old door off the truck. What happened is his window got smashed. Look at this! Holy shit. So all we did today was I hung this door. It opens and shuts. Okay, it's ugly as sin, but it's got his lock cylinder in it. It's got a window that shuts. What do you want in life? Actually, not bad. So I guess now we've either got to find him a new West Coast mirror mount or fix his. His is pretty fucked up. Is this the one that just came off the truck? Yeah. Would have brought him a mirror head if I knew he needed one. I have one. And I'll rip the trim off, paint it to match. As close to matching as I can get it. It's a firewood truck. It's a custom Dell. Por el poder de Grayskull. Yeah!